Hey, what's going on, guys? What the hell was that? What's going on here? Oh. What's going on, guys? What the deal is, I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. The Invisible Man. So the Invisible Man is all about a woman who leaves her abusive ex, only to find out he committed suicide. She then notices strange things that starts to occur, leaving her to believe that there's more to her ex's death than meets the eye. See what I did there? Meets the eye. So let's get into the positives. Elizabeth Moss's performance. She was wonderful. She showed great commitment. She was very convincing, deep performance. She was well diverse in showing fear while at the same time sadness and keeping sanity alive. She was great, and this is the first film I actually seen her in. I know she's in that show now that comes on FX, I believe, The Handmaid's Tale, which I don't really watch, but a lot of people praises her in that as well. And I gotta believe him because she was really good in this film. She was terrific. The other characters did well too. There wasn't a single character in this film that I didn't care about because I pretty much did. These characters was written perfectly. Now let's talk about the story / direction. This movie was written and directed by Leigh Whannell, and he's the same guy that started the Saw franchise. I've been following this guy's career since 2004 when that film came out, and since then he's grown. He's grown exponentially. Maybe not as much as his writing partner James Wan, but in the horror field, he's perfect. I don't think there's a movie that he came out with yet that I didn't like. Like I said, he started the Saw franchise. He's still sort of on it as like executive producers, but he's not really writing it. But, you know, he started the Saw franchise. His first directional debut was Insidious Chapter 3, which he did an amazing job on. Then he did Upgrade a couple years after that, a couple years back. And now, in this film, he directs a really solid, good, well-written horror film, in my opinion. Even after departing with his longtime friend and writing partner, James Wan, which, as I mentioned, he's moved on to bigger and better things. I wouldn't say that to degrade Leigh Whannell. And that's not what I'm doing, but James Wan has moved on to do like Aquaman, Furious 7. But Leigh Whannell is still holding his own, and I gotta give him props for this. He's still great in the realm of horror. He writes awesome twists and turns. He's just a talented filmmaker, in my opinion, a talented writer and director. This movie was supposed to be a continuation of The Mummy that came out back in 2017 that starred Tom Cruise. But after that film critically and financially bombed, they decided to scrap that whole idea, and I believe this was going to star Johnny Depp as the titled character. It was going to be made on a massive budget, more than what this film was made for. This film was made for $7 million. They were probably going to triple the budget if they'd have continued on with the monster verse if The Mummy had done better. But thankfully it didn't, and this film ended up as its own. And Blumhouse picked up the rights. So you knew right away that this wasn't going to continue any of that. In a way, it was good that they did it that way because The Mummy really wasn't that good. So they decided to turn this film into your basic everyday horror film, but it was done really well because the jump scares in this actually made me jump. It wasn't like these other horror films that I did reviews on. They actually improved it. It wasn't oversaturated. It wasn't overly done. They didn't fixate on them. They were done right, is what I'm trying to say. The Invisible Man kind of reminded me of the old movie that Kevin Bacon starred in called Hollow Man. I believe it came out like the year 2000 or something like that, but that was a really good movie too. But that's what this film kind of reminded me of. And like I say, it has really good twists and turns. Of course, it's Leigh Whannell. It's the Saw guy. Kind of expected that. The only mix I have is the film's length. This film clocks in at 2 hours and 4 minutes. And in some parts, because of that, I felt like it did kind of drag on just a little bit. It was a little sluggish, but I forgave it right away because once the horror element started and the jump scares jumped out at you and popped out, I forgot all about that. And before I knew it, the movie was over. But that's the only mix I have about it, which is why I can forgive it right away. So my final thoughts, don't waste another second. It's highly recommended, very creepy, plenty of twists and turns. Go see it today. I'm going to give the film an A. So, The Invisible Man, have you seen it yet? What are your thoughts on it? Did you think it was creepy enough? Did you find the jump scare satisfying? Did you like Leigh Whannell's direction of this after the bomb that the mummy was? Or was it not satisfying to you? Did you find it boring, or did you find it just like another cash grab? Leave me your comments down below and give me your thoughts. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I ask you to as always, like and subscribe and comment. Look forward for more reviews coming very soon. Peace the rep out.